I'm Eric Novak. The Mazda CX-30, in only a very short period of time, has become a very important model in the Mazda lineup, in some markets being as high as their number 2 seller. It's been a fun drive, a compact drive, but it hasn't always been a very powerful drive. But that's changing, because right here beside me is a new variant of the CX-30. It is one with a 2.5-liter turbocharged engine, and the Mazda CX-30 2.5-liter turbo is the focus of my latest review. I've already reviewed this CX-30 completely when it first came out a year ago. So if you're looking for a full review of this vehicle, I will put the link up so you can follow it and check that one out. But in this case, I'm only going to look at what's different, which of course is this turbocharged powertrain. So just make that distinction. This is about the engine in this particular vehicle as opposed to a complete video review overall. Now, with the turbocharged 2.5-liter engine in the CX-30, you have increased output. You will get 250 horsepower and 320 pound-feet of torque. I should note, though, that is when you put the good stuff in the tank, the 93 octane. Mazda says if you only prefer the regular 87, output will be 227 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. Now, these are still both increases over the top performer last year's model. The non-turbocharged 2.5-liter engine was the top before, and this new output increases overall horsepower by 35% and torque by 72%. So definitely more powerful output now that you've got the turbocharged element in this CX-30. Now, Mazda's engineers didn't just want to put more power in here. They obviously wanted to make it a more sporty and enjoyable ride with the added improvement in performance. So they have added in the top trim, this GT trim, when you have the turbocharged engine, they've added G Vectoring Control Plus, which, while this is an all-wheel drive, has the capability of putting up to 300% more to the rear, thus giving more of that sporty overall performance. And there is a stiffer front suspension too, so you do have the general feeling once you put it into sport mode that this is a different kind of ride than what you had before. So the larger displacement and the added weight, the extra 120 pounds of the suspension, does have an impact on fuel economy. The combined fuel economy ratings for this 2.5-liter turbo is at 9.3 liters per 100 kilometers. That is 25.3 US miles per gallon. That would compare to 8.4 liters in the regular turbo, so non-turbocharged, I should say, 2.5 that existed previously to it. So, if fuel economy is the primary factor, you may not want to go into the turbocharged, although for what it is, this isn't bad overall fuel economy. So this 2.5 turbo engine is becoming quite popular in the Mazda lineup. It's not the first time I've been in a vehicle with it. It actually goes as far back as when they launched the new CX-9 that I had a chance to drive this turbocharged engine. And while I enjoyed it at the time, I think that the big difference here is this is a smaller vehicle giving a more sporty performance. In fact, if you're looking at the base curb weight for this CX-30 turbo, you're looking at about 3,505 pounds. That compares to the base curb weight of the CX-9 at 4,388, so you're almost 900 pounds lighter. So you take the same amount of power, put in a smaller, tighter, lower to the ground package, less weight, sporty performance, and you get what you get, which really has been a fun ride. It's interesting I'm talking about a new powertrain because this body style, the same size, the CX-30, is going to be what will become the MX-30, which is going to be Mazda's first all-electric vehicle, and that will be coming out later this year. I'm really looking forward to driving that, so stay tuned. We've got the original Sky Actives, we have this turbocharged, and later on we'll have an MX-30, which is all-electric. Sometimes when you get into performance vehicles, one of the things that we'll talk about as well is, say, a 0 to 60 miles an hour or 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. Mazda doesn't really give that information out. I get the sense they don't really care because Mazda has always been about a more complete driving experience. The whole, even with design, the whole Kodo, this sort of holistic approach. So I think they don't want to focus too much on one specific metric, that is, time and acceleration. Rather, they want to emphasize the overall general increased sportiness and handling and enjoyment that you get with this more powerful engine. I guess, again, it's more about the zoom overall versus the, in particular, how much zoom. By adding this new turbocharged engine into this CX-30, they really have improved the overall fun of the driving experience. You could say the zoom is really back in this CX-30. It's still not the ideal vehicle in terms of size, so if you're looking for space and performance, this may not meet your overall needs, but with the added driving dynamics, the improved suspension, and the more powerful output, this really is made for a fun week that I've had in this turbocharged CX-30. That's it for now. I'm Eric Novak. Thanks for watching. There's plenty of ways for you to keep connected with me, so check out some of my social media links, suggested videos, and I'd really love it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel.